hello. Welcome back to Dylan's Dive Bar. So we are opening up season 2. Can you guys believe that? Season 2. So we have already done our first complete season and we ended everything in December. Guys, it was a blast. It was totally unexpected how much fun I ended up having. So I figured why not come back for season 2. So we went on a little break and now we're back. And it's great that we're back at the top of the year because it's 2024, brand new year, which means brand new possibilities. So tonight's episode is going to be a little different. Instead of there being a guest at the dive bar, you are now at home with Elaine Dilyn. So for those of you, if it's your first time visiting the dive bar, thank you for tuning in. And at Dylan's Dive Bar, it is all about community, conversations, and cocktails. We love having conversations that spark change, provoke thought, and we have community because we support one another. We want to make sure that we are helping each other reach our goals, helping each other be the best version of ourselves. And then cocktails. What would a dive bar be without cocktails? So, in honor of having a new year and toasting to 2024, tonight we are having mimosas. For those of you who've never had a mimosa, it is orange juice and champagne. And I'm going to have a couple of variations throughout the episode tonight of our mimosas. So let's go ahead and start with our quick dip. Our quick dip tonight is shocking. There's so many things coming up, changing in our world. So the first thing that I noticed lately is Boston Market. They are now allowing people to buy into the franchise with no franchising fees. And although that sounds great, the reason that it's happening is because the owner tried to file bankruptcy. And there were discrepancies in the filing. There were some flaws. So his bankruptcy got dismissed. So he wasn't able to file it. So now he's saying, you know what? You can buy into the franchise with no franchise fees. We'll just come up with an agreement that's mutually beneficial. Here's the thing about that. He's saying if you have an existing business, then you can have Boston Market at your business. So if you have a gas station and you want to offer those items off Boston Market, you can. And you get all of the marketing and all of the notoriety that comes with Boston Market, plus their amazing products in your now establishment. And now you get to do it with no franchise fees. I could not find a definite answer on the franchise fees, but it ranges somewhere between $20,000 and $82,000 to buy into Boston Market. And now he's saying you can do it without any of that. And so it really shows how our business world is changing. Okay, we have CEOs wanting to file bankruptcy so they can wipe out debt because I'm telling y'all that 2020 pandemic, that shutdown hit a lot of industries hard, especially the food industry. The hospitality industry took a huge hit. A lot of restaurants and bars closed. A lot of places eliminated server positions. Steak and Shake, they completely eliminated the server position all the way around. There was a woman there who was working there for like 20 years. That's all she'd ever known was being a server there. And then she had to find another job because they completely eliminated the position. So the landscape is changing. So if you are interested, if you have an existing brick and mortar business and you want to serve food and you don't want to have to try to rack your brain figuring out what food, Boston Market. And he is doing it for a mutually beneficial agreement. So it bodes in your favor because you're not the one that really needs it to be beneficial. He is because he's the one that had to file bankruptcy. So that's my quick tip. If you are looking to do something in 2024, maybe this is it. You want to elevate your business to the next level by adding food? Maybe this is it for you. So definitely check that out. And that's our quick tip. Okay? Landscape is changing in business. And this is why everyone, no matter who you are, what you do, what industry you're in, needs a plan B. Okay? You need a plan B. You need an exit strategy if you're working for someone else because there is no such thing as job security anymore. So plan Bs, exit strategies, side hustle, whatever you call it, you might want to start finding things that you can rely on that can't be taken away from you because you have things like the business landscape changing and then you have things like AI. I think it's Texas now has an all robot McDonald's. There's not one person in the entire building. So think about that. You want to try to find something that you can sustain, that you can keep. All right. So that's our quick tip for today. Let's talk about our restaurant shout out. I am so happy about this restaurant shout out. It is a little personal. It is Harold's Chicken Ice Bar. It is located on Busby Parkway in Kennesaw. The owner of Harold's Chicken and Ice Bar is one of my students. He's a graduate of ABC Bartending School. Shout out to ABC Bartending School in Gino. He did the class last year because he wanted to understand bars since he wants to be running one. And now he's opening up his restaurant. They did a soft opening. Right now, we're still in the works of preparing for his grand opening. I'm so super proud of him, y'all. It is such a huge step on faith to open a business, not to mention open a brick and mortar business. And when you're talking about hospitality, I mean, there's so many aspects to it with the kitchen, the bar, staff, things like Uber Eats, DoorDash, all of these new aspects that are being added to business. And he's doing an incredible job. And I know that he has had his moments where he is stressed out. He's in a college town, so there's certain rules that he has to, abide by because of where he's located. But guys, go in there. The chicken is amazing. They have a shrimp and wing basket, which is my personal favorite. I had it just last night. So you get 5 huge jumbo shrimp and 3 chicken wings, and it's all fresh. Everything is dropped to order, and I am so super proud of him. So I definitely want y'all to go check them out. Harold's Chicken and Ice Bar, and it is located on Busby Parkway in Kennesaw. Go check it out. Tell them Randy sent you. All right, so that's our restaurant shout out for tonight. So we're going to go ahead, dive right into our cocktails, and then we're going to take a quick break. So let's talk about our cocktails. What we have are mimosas. So mimosas are orange juice and champagne. Very, very simple, but very delicious. So it wouldn't be the dive bar if I didn't give you a little bit of background information. All right. So champagne. Champagne is one of our sparkling wines, and it is made in Champagne, France. If it is not made in Champagne, France, then it's not champagne. It's just sparkling wine, FYI. All wine is carbonated during the process, but in the process of making it, the carbonation is released, except our champagne. The carbonation is trapped. So that's why it has all the bubbles, because it's carbonated, okay? So you have your champagne, and then you have your orange juice. Very simple, but very delicious. There are variations to the mimosa. There is the poinsettia, which is one of my personal favorites, and that is your champagne and cranberry juice. All right, and then the other is a peach Bellini. So with that, and we're actually going to make one tonight, you have a little peach puree that you're going to add to your orange juice. So now you've added your peach flavor. Some people do add peach schnapps, which is a liqueur that tastes like peaches, just to enhance that peach flavor. Totally up to you how you want to do it. Me, I'm going to start with the original right now. So I have some Brutes here that I got from the store. And always be careful when you are taking off your top to your champagne. All right. Now, one thing about champagne, I know we like to get it cold. Do not put champagne in the freezer. Okay. What's going to happen? It's going to freeze like slush. And as soon as you try to open it, it's going to explode and you're going to have slushy all over you. And I'm saying that from personal experience. Okay. Terrible things happen when you put champagne in your freezer. Don't do it. All right. So I have my stemless champagne flute, and I'm going to pour it at an angle so I don't get too many bubbles. I want to get more champagne than I get bubbles. So pour it down the side of the glass. Now, I'm grown, so I want more champagne than I want juice. You do you. Okay, you do you. So I'm going to do my orange juice. I'm going to open it, but I'm going to give it a quick little shake. And then I am going to add my orange juice to my champagne. Very simple, very easy, but delicious, okay? So we are toasting to 2024. Guys, I'm so excited about this year. I hope you are too. So what we're going to do is we're going to enjoy our mimosas, and you tell me which ones you did. If you did a regular one, if you did one of the different variations, put that down in the comments. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the ways that we're going to prepare to make this an absolutely amazing year. So toast. Cheers to 2024. We'll be right back. Dilyn's Dive Bar. Welcome back. We are at Dilyn's Dive Bar, and we're toasting to 2024, a brand new year, and we're kicking off 2024 with a brand new season. This is season 2 of Dilyn's Dive Bar. So you can listen to all of season 1 on Spotify. We are there. So definitely check out. If you missed it, we had some amazing episodes with some great guests and awesome conversations. Guys, we had a sexpert who was on here telling us, or telling you guys how to keep your marriage cute. Your girl is still single, but now she's open to dating. So we'll talk about that more this year, season 2. Getting out there and dating. So we have someone here talking to our married couples about spicing it up. We had some amazing men on here who were talking about Black fatherhood. One of them happens to be my brother, who's one of my 3 favorite siblings. And then we had an amazing guy on here, Pastor Hodges, who was talking to us about financial literacy, and it was incredible. So please, if you missed any of those episodes, or if you want to go back and take some notes, go back, check those out. You can see us on Facebook under the I Am Will Media Group, as well as YouTube. Speaking of I Am Will Media Group, guys, we are in the building, okay? So if you did not catch that entire lineup, we have shows for absolutely everyone. We have our flagship show, I Am Woe Podcast, with Woe and DT and Lady Co, and they're back. We have All Things Undone Podcast, which is now celebrating their 1st anniversary. Happy birthday. Shout out to Cheryl, great as she is. We're so super proud of you. I did get to do an episode last year on her show. It was hilarious. We did a lot of laughing. So definitely go check that out. We have our Breaking Barriers podcast on Tuesdays, Underground Sports King on Wednesday, the Core Queen on Thursday. Dee Dee is talking about being fit, and she's talking some shit in process. Always a good combination. We have Dilyn's Dive Bar, and then we have She Talking Tea, Lady Co's show, where she talks about not the tea you want, but the tea you need. So we have something for absolutely everybody, y'all. Check us out. I Am Woe Media Group is definitely in the building. So let's get into our deep dive tonight. How to make this a great year. Every year we say it around December, next year is going to be my year. I don't want us to keep, saying that. I want us to start making the year our year, okay? So let's start it off right. Number 1, let's talk about getting organized. That's the best way to make the year great, is to know what you want to do and be organized in your pursuit of greatness, okay? So I have a couple things that I'm using, and you can use what I'm using, or you can totally go another way. These are just tips that help me. Number 1, calendars. I am a believer in writing things down. I tell people all the time, if it's not written down and you don't remember, it's not written in stone. I do not rely on my memory, okay, at all. So I have planners, y'all. I have planners. So I have a big planner, and it has cute little stickers in it. If you like stuff like that. I'm not that kind of girly person that does the stickers thing, but my planner is made by this woman right here. Her name is, oh my goodness, I can't find her, Elisa Stinson. And as you can see, she is a woman of color, a queen. And I got this out of Target, y'all. So I was super excited to be able to support a Black woman in helping me get organized, right? So as you can see, it has all your tabs here for your months. And I'm going to just let y'all in on what my January looks like. Don't be scared. It's color-coded, so yes, it looks crazy, right? Super busy. But booked and busy is always better than broken board. Keep that in mind. All right? So I have everything color-coded when I go to work. Y'all know I work at the bartending school. Got to show up for work. All right? I have the dive bar over here on Thursdays. Got the bills in here. Got paydays in here. Got stuff for all that jazz entertainment. That is the business that I own. So I got to keep it straight because my employees and business partners are counting on me. So are my clients. So I keep this organized, okay? I have to keep this up to date all the time. So you have your big month and then stuff during the week. And I'm going to try to show you where I actually was starting to write in it. And it doesn't look like I was participating too much in writing in January. But here we go. Haha. Here you go. So you have something for every day so you can write notes. Okay, so you want that because you want to stay organized. Some other features about this calendar that I absolutely loved. First of all, she shows her beautiful family, beautiful Black family in the back. And she has different pages on here. There's the bucket list page. I have not filled that out because I don't want to think about my bucket list. I'm going to have to find another word for it. A reading list. I have my first book on there, Atomic Habits. I have got to finish that book, y'all. It's crazy. All right. Gratitude, the things that we're grateful for. I totally believe in being grateful. I do not believe in complaining. Okay. There are solutions all around us. Complaining is never a solution. Okay. So I love the fact that this helps you stay organized. And every month there's stuff on there like your goal tracker, things to do, things to remember, a place to write in your notes and things like that. So planners are great. But not only are a big planner, but I have a pocket-sized planner. This planner mimics this planner, but this planner can go everywhere. So this always fits in my purse or a book bag or my briefcase, whatever I'm doing. If I don't have room for the big one, I always have my small one. One of these planners is always with me, if not both of them, because you never know. But it's the same exact thing. It says 2024 on the outside. And it says, start each day with a grateful heart. Gratitude is something I'm constantly reminding myself, because if you stay grateful, you don't have time to complain. And again, complaining is not a solution. You have some more stickers that you can use to personalize your calendar. I have my name there. This planner belongs to me. And this one also has things for the month. And I've done a little more participating in this one, writing in the beginning of the month. So this month it has personal goals, health goals, work goals, and important dates. Now the important dates I have on here are birthdays of friends and family, because it's important to remember that. So one of my goals this year is to be more present with my friends and family, because I am a workaholic, and it is really great to do what you love to do. But it's also a blessing and a curse, because there are so many times where I will say, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it, because I love what I do. And now I am constantly working. And next thing I know, I've worked 9, 8, 10, 15 days in a row, and I have not seen friends and family. It's been a hey, bye situation, a text message here and there. So the goal is to be more present with friends and family. So that's why those are the only important dates I have on there, are birthdays of friends and family this month, so I can remember to spend those days with them. And I've been doing good. My brother had a party for his birthday. His birthday was the 3rd. Shout out to Captain Atlanta. He is the one that did our amazing theme music. So he had a birthday party, and I definitely went. It was amazing. Our brother came down from Maryland, and we had so much fun. Oh my God. So my other goal, join a fitness club. That was my health goal. I've done that. Y'all, Planet Fitness, and they have an amazing app. Not plug-in, I'm just saying, if that's what you want to do. They have a lot of workouts on there that you can do at home, so you don't necessarily have to go into the club, but you're getting your money's worth, because you can't see those unless you're part of the club. That makes sense. All right, so we have our January, and yes, just as colorful as the big one. And I have our notes on the side, all that good stuff. So these are things that I use to help me stay organized. And of course, in my room, yes, y'all, I have calendars everywhere. Okay, I have calendars absolutely everywhere. Okay, and again, it's just as colorful as the other ones. Okay, but this is in my room. This doesn't leave the house. And that way, again, I know what's going on. You got to know what's going on. Got to stay organized. This is my little buddy. I got this from Target. I'm a big fan of Target. And what I have in here are all of those little color pins that you saw on the calendars. Colorful pins. And I have a pack of colorful little highlighters. So they have all different kind of colors for that. So I can highlight things. And it has other little business tools in there. I take this with me everywhere I go. Guys, one of the best ways to make sure that you can reach your goals is to keep yourself organized. All right. So that's my first tip for making this a great year, is getting organized. Go find tools that help you stay organized. If you're the type of person that needs to write things down, you need Post-it notes, all that stuff, go to Target, Office Max, Staples, excuse me, all kind of stores. You can go on Amazon and find organizational kits, desk kits, things that can help you stay organized. Okay, setting reminders in your phone. Those are always good ones. I do have a digital calendar on the phone. and it stays up to date. Guys, you got to make sure that we know what we're doing, where we're supposed to be at all times, right? All right, so our next one is goal setting. Guys, everybody makes resolutions, and I just feel like resolutions is just like diet. It has built-in failure, okay? Because whenever you hear those words, you automatically think about breaking them, okay? So we don't want to set resolutions. We want to do goal setting. The first thing about goal setting is you want to be realistic, okay? If you want to lose weight, then give yourself time to lose the weight, okay? Don't tell, okay, in the next 2 weeks, I'm losing 30 pounds. If you do that in 2 weeks, then we are going to have to check you into somebody's ICU, okay? So I need you to be a little more realistic. That way you don't get discouraged, okay? So the purpose of goal setting, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time, okay? But if you aim to lose 10 pounds and you only lose 8, you're not losing out because you didn't hit the 10, because at least you hit the 8. So set a goal. Be realistic, be practical in the goals, and make it something that you have your big goals, and then break it down into little goals so you can start to have checkpoints when you're doing your goals. For instance, I have 4 areas of my life that I'm doing goal setting. I have a notebook. I'm keeping all of those goals together, and I'm going to share a little bit of my big goals with you guys so you can see what I mean. All right. So there are 4 areas of focus that I'm looking at this year. Okay. My relationships, and that's romantic, that's family, that's friends, and relationship to self, and my relationship to God. Okay. Those relationships, those are what I'm focused on. Career, because I'm a business owner, and there is never a time I'm not thinking about my business. All right. Health and finances. Those are the 4 big areas. And there may be some other little things that I'm doing along the way, but those are the 4 big areas that I'm focused on. Okay. Don't try to change absolutely everything about yourself. Okay. Number 1, everything doesn't need to change. Okay. There are some things about you that are absolutely amazing, and you need to remember that. Okay. So there are some things you want to tweak. Pick areas of focus that you really want to focus on. These are the areas of your life that you're like, you know what? I want to change this definitely. By the end of 2024, this area needs to look completely different. Okay. So let's talk about finances. So I want to work on my credit score, getting that up. And I want to purchase a CD. That's a certificate of deposit. And to that end, I have started a 52 Friday challenge. So if you remember when Pastor Hodges was on the show, we talked about different ways of saving and financial goals. And I talked to you about Baddies and Budgets. It's a IG page that I follow. And she has so many different tools to help you reach whatever financial goals you are setting. So I got my Baddies and Budget tools for the 52 Friday challenge. Okay. And it is the cutest notebook ever. She sends this to you. You can go on the website. In here, now this is mine. But you have your challenge. It explains to you what the challenge is and how you're supposed to do it. Every Friday for the next 52 weeks, you add a dollar amount in that matches that week. So for the first week of the year, I'll put in $1 on Friday in the $1 envelope. And in week 2, I put $2 in for the 2 weeks. This week, tomorrow, I'm going to put in $3 because it's the 3rd week, and so on and so forth. Okay, 52 weeks. So at the end of the year, we'll have almost $1,500. We'll have a little over $1,400, and you have this little tracker where you can mark it off every week that you do it. Simple things like this. Okay. So that's one of the ways that I am doing my financial goals. Okay, the 52 Friday challenge from Baddies and Budgets. It has this great notebook, this cute little pouch, keep it protected. So I have that, and that's what I'm doing to start saving money so I can get a CD. I'm pretty sure it depends on the amount. There are some you can get for a little, like $1,000, but they add interest and all that good stuff once you get the certificate of deposit. It gives way more interest than a savings account. So there you go. Starting with that, so by the end of the year, I can get a CD. That's the way you have your big goal, and then you break it down, right? So the other thing that I have are checkpoints. So at the first Sunday of each month, I'm going to assess what I did. Okay, so I've already done that for this month on the 7th. I looked at everything that I had started doing in December once I set these goals to prepare for this. Purchasing the 52 Friday challenge, getting my markers and all that kind of stuff, finding a fitness place that I wanted to join so I can mark those things off and show my progress to myself. I have an accountability partner. Y'all know her. She's Lady Co. That's my best friend. So she and I are checking in with each other so she can keep me on point. And she can be like, okay, so you said you were going to do this. What have you done toward that goal? It's always good to have someone keep you in line with what you said that you want to do. All right, so goal setting. Another thing that you can do for goal setting. I did this with my sister, Andrea. She had a goal setting party. I love people that do stuff like that. Goal setting party. So at the goal setting party, there were 4 categories to help you figure out your goals. Do have, so you can have, it's like what things you want to do so you can have more of this, you can feel this. So I wanted to do more positive speaking to myself. Okay, speak more positively to myself so I can have a more positive attitude, so I can feel self-celebration. Okay, so those are the kind of things that we were doing at her goal setting party, and I had to, it was one of those things to just thought provoke. Okay, so it made you think about what you want to do and why you wanted to do it. What were you trying to accomplish with the goal? Surround yourself with people who do things like that. Okay, you want to do that. That is super important. If you're going to make this year great, then you should be surrounded by people who want great for you and for themselves. So that way, when you start achieving your goals, people will celebrate with you instead of hating on you on the slide. Keep that in mind. Okay, so we have talked about 2 things. Number 1, getting organized, and number 2, goal setting. So we're going to take our last break. And then we're going to come back with our other ideas for making 2024 great. Definitely chime in with the comments, with your whatever you're drinking for your mimosa. And we'll be right back. This is Dilyn's Dive Bar, Toast to 2024. Welcome back. So I am jazzing up my little mimosa, adding a little cranberry juice to that. So vodka, orange, and cranberry juice is a Madras. So I'm going to just say this is a sparkling Madras because we're making it with the champagne. It's absolutely delicious. And funny thing is, I have been drinking those for years. Did not know there was an actual name to the drink, so I became a bartender. Gotta love it. All right, so we are back toasting to 2024, making this year absolutely amazing. And I'm just giving you some tips that work for me that have been helping me to set the tone for the year. So we have talked about getting organized and setting goals. Number 3, atmosphere setup. Okay, your surroundings are super important. Okay, where you spend a lot of your time is super important and what that looks like. So case in point, my room. I don't really like for people to be in my bedroom, okay? Because that is the place where I have to lay down at night and get rest. The only way that happens is if the atmosphere is peaceful. So I don't really like my room because I don't need your negative attitudes. I don't need your you and all your problems just reverberating off of you, all your negativity, all that stuff. So I don't like people in my room. Okay, people think I'm being funny, but I'm not. My room is the place where I have to get rest, where I need to get refreshed for the next day. So I need that atmosphere peaceful. So the only attitude I need in there is mine. That way, if the atmosphere is not right, then I know I need to check my attitude. See how that works? Okay. So I don't want a lot of people in my room. And I check my personal space all the time. Okay. Case in point. So this is one of the placards that I have in my room. It hangs on my wall. I read it absolutely every single solitary day. What it says, a great attitude becomes a great day, which becomes a great month, which becomes a great year, which then becomes a great life. So true. Okay? It starts with the little things like our attitude. So this is why an attitude of gratitude is super important. And I do have things on my wall that remind me to be grateful all the time. I also have a morning routine on my wall, and I make sure that I do my morning routine. One of my morning routines, I listen to prayers. I listen to positive songs, because your atmosphere has a lot to do with how you respond to your day. Okay? I don't believe in having a bad day. You have bad moments. You may have a bad hour, but I do not let that control the whole scope of the day. And that's why it's important to always have attitude checks for yourself, so you will be able to, when those moments happen, shake them off and continue on with your day. Okay? I look at very, very positive people on my Instagram and my Facebook. I'm very careful on what I take in through my eyes and my ears. And you have to do that. I listen to people who are motivational speakers, either in business, women, life in general, because that's important. What you feed your mind is what comes out in your attitude. So I always make sure that my atmosphere is set up. I always am careful of the music that I listen to. Music penetrates our soul, guys. So we have to make sure that you're listening to things that bring about the mood and the attitude that you want to have. Okay? I want success. I want peace. I want happiness. I want some good laughs, all that stuff. So those are the things that I take in all the time. All right? So your atmosphere, your surrounding is really important. That includes people. Who do you talk to every day? I talk to Jesus, I talk to me, and I talk to a couple other people. I definitely talk to my parents. I love my mommy and daddy. Shout out to mommy and daddy. I talk to my best friend, and I talk to my siblings. My brothers crack me up, because when I need a mix of motivation and maybe a little bit of ignorance, then I go to my baby brother Jared. When I need sheer ignorance and hilariousness, I go to my younger brother Brandon. So it is super important to have people in your life that are positive. Okay? If you have someone that is constantly complaining, they can't be around you on a regular basis. Complaining is contagious, okay? And you don't want that to be something that happens all the time. As soon as you say, hey, how was your day? And they have diarrhea of the mouth and it's complaint city. You do not want that, okay? So always check your surroundings, the people you are talking to, the people you are listening to, the music you're listening to, what you see every day. Check that, okay? That's super important. You want to make sure you're always paying attention to that. Now, step 4, inside the makeover, okay? Inside the makeover, that is the things we do to change ourselves, okay? I hear people in church say this, God, if you can't change the situation, change me for the situation. Sometimes the change that is needed is from us, okay? So inside the makeover, one of the things that I have been focusing on is forgiveness, okay? And this is a huge one for a lot of people. Because forgiveness is something where we have, at least me, and I can only speak for me. In the 90s, growing up, we had all these TV shows, all these family sitcoms, y'all. And whenever there was a problem, they sat down, they talked about it, they admitted when they were wrong, they apologized, they hugged it out, and all was right with the world. It does not happen like that in real life, unfortunately. And sometimes you don't get that conversation. Sometimes you don't get that admittance. And sometimes you don't even get to say when you're sorry to someone else because they don't want to hear it. So here's the thing. We have to learn, one, to forgive ourselves, and two, to forgive other people. And that I have always thought for the longest, if I forgave someone, then I was giving something to them. So I'd be like, I ain't forgiving nobody. You do me wrong, psh, that's it. That is so the wrong way to think. It's backwards. You're not giving them anything. You're not doing anything for them. By forgiving them, you're doing something for yourself. Okay? And you're giving yourself peace. And keep in mind, the reason we do that is because you deserve to have a peaceful life. You deserve to live a life of joy, of peace. You deserve to live a life that is not constantly being marred and blocked by negativity. So it's not about you doing something for them. It's not about them getting one over on you because you've forgiven them. It's about you giving yourself the life that you deserve. Okay? So I want you to really think about that. Forgiveness is something that you benefit from more than anyone else. Okay? It clears your heart and it prevents you from closing your heart and possibly missing out on meeting amazing people who can bring so many good things to your life because you're so afraid that you're going to get hurt like you were before. And you don't want to do that. Okay? So inside the makeover, changing ourselves. Okay, doing the work for ourselves. So changing our mindset. What are we thinking about, and how are we thinking about it? There is something in Christianity faith called the, oh my goodness, helmet of salvation. Okay, it's the whole armor of God. Now, I am not going to tell you who or what to believe in, what to pray to. I'm just telling you about me personally. So the helmet of salvation means that I see the world through salvation. I hear what's going on in the world through salvation, and I respond through salvation. And when you think about it that way, I have to then think about what I say, how I react, and how I process information. There are times we process information in a way that is negative, even if it wasn't meant to be that way. So we respond negatively. So if we are looking and absorbing information through salvation, it gives us a different perspective. And that is really super important. So I am encouraging you to really take a look on the inside this year and think about the things that you want to change, that you want to be different. Because if you're going to have greatness, you need to have a mindset of greatness. And that starts up here and it starts here. And I think that is one of the biggest things that prevent people from reaching all of the goals that they have for themselves, because we get distracted by other things that feed into those negative aspects that we are paying attention to. Negative thoughts, negative reactions, things like that. So inside the makeover means looking inside ourselves and thinking about the things that we need to change, the attitude that we need to change, the perspective that we need to change. And I think when we start doing things like that, then we put ourselves in a position to receive all of the great things that we want to. So tonight's show is going to be just a little short, guys, because it's just me and you, and I love it. So I do appreciate you stopping by the dive bar tonight. And before I check out, I just want to check in with our fearless leader. Whoa, do we have anyone in the comments or anything pop up?
No, just letting the church say amen.
All right, so next week, y'all, I'm excited. Whoa is going to be at the dive bar, y'all. So he is going to be at the dive bar. We're going to be making drinks. I don't know what we're making. It's going to be up to him. Y'all know I'm going to make it happen for him, though. He's going to be talking to us about all the things that he's been doing with I Am Will Media, stepping out and going from a one-man podcast to a producer of many shows. We're going to talk about the fact that he is a father and a husband, and how all of this ties in together, and what's up next for I Am Will Media Group, because we want y'all to go on this ride with us. We thank you for tuning in every night for every show and showing us the love and support that you do. Thank you for tuning in tonight, Dilyn's Dive Bar. It has been a blast. I hope your 2024 is absolutely amazing. Drop in the comments on the page all the things that you want to do. Send me DMs. Send me pictures of what you got going on. I love to celebrate with you guys. So cheers to 2024. And as always, remember, you were designed to thrive. Stick to the plan. You guys have a great night. Elaine Dilyn, Dilyn's Dive Bar.